We are excited to have an update today, and I really appreciate joining us today, Charlie Oppler, the president-elect of NAR for 2021. So Charlie, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome.
Thank you, Danae, for hosting me. You know, it's always great to collaborate and have an opportunity to share some thoughts with true industry professionals. NAR maintains many partnerships, but one of our most integral is with CMLS. Our relationship really benefits the whole entire industry. When you think about realtors listings, right, that's what drives and powers everything that you do and everything that we do. And we all rely on the accuracy of the information. When you think about it, more than 100 years of MLS systems makes it possible for buyers to see the information that drives what we do on a daily basis, puts all listings on the market, and sellers access the largest pool of buyers. It's just a natural progression. MLS facilitates, if you will, a more efficient, competitive real estate market because its core attributes, for me, are accuracy, collaboration, and transparency. It makes our business work efficiently and effectively. To take that a step further, the system really fosters the collaboration between brokers. And I'm an active broker. I run a brokerage with 700 agents in northern New Jersey. And it ensures greater access for the first time, low income, and all buyers. In short, to me, the system is pro-consumer, pro-competitive, and promotes fair housing. Thanks to our strong partnership for 4 years now and counting, NAR and CMLS will continue to evolve the MLS industry through education, innovation, and best practices. So let's continue to work together, whether by suggesting policy issues, implementing ideas, using resources, or just getting involved for all of you with an NAR advisory group or committee. Our shared goals, to me, really raise the professional bar for so many, which is important because it benefits members and consumers. So I just thank you for the opportunity to kind of address some of the things that I see as a practitioner every day.
Awesome. I love so much of what you said in there. One of the best is just the cooperation at the core of MLS, right? It is competitors competing to help make homeownership happen. One of my favorite sayings. So
absolutely.
All right. So as our theme of our conference, Focus Forward, and as we're looking to plan for 2021, would you please just take a minute and walk us through NAR's 2021 strategic priority that does focus specifically on MLS? You know, what does it mean to you, and what will success look like?
Well, that's an easy one for me because it's about realtors really being the best source of the real estate transaction, the real estate information to the consumer. And we all know that that stems from property information in the MLS. Quite honestly, at CMLS, during your campaign, you put it recently, the MLS makes the market work. Consumers rely on our cooperative relationship among realtors, and they benefit when it comes to buying and selling a home. When you think about it, we need to continue to support programs and policies that promote equal access to and an efficient sharing of listing information with no geographic boundaries. It benefits everybody. I look forward to working with CMLS and others to support the efforts of NAR's MLS Standards Work Group. When you think about it, this work group seeks to improve the level of service in delivering listing information to all members across the country and in turn to all consumers. So I want to add that the MLS will continuously evolve as new technologies emerge and members' needs change. So really to comment for me on success, in your question, success is ensuring that the consumer continues to benefit from everything we do. And to me, it's always accuracy, collaboration, and transparency, which I guess we could all say, and I've been doing this for 40 years, it's been the foundation of an MLS from day one.
Yeah, absolutely. In my opening remarks, I talk about having the consumer as our shared North Star, that we really need to focus on that. But the MLS does that by powering the professional, by powering the realtor to do that. So I couldn't agree more. All right, so Charlie, my next question is, why is NAR making MLS a strategic priority? And what do you see your role in making it happen? You've mentioned collaborating with CMLS. Is there other organizations? And really, what is NAR's role specifically in seeing the success happen?
Danae, I think it's a couple things. Number one, MLS is broker cooperative. So making it a strategic priority is really consistent with our mission to help members succeed. Our goal is always to have the member have the opportunity to make more money and be successful. Well, MLS is a critical part of that, and certainly the cooperation helps our members succeed. And now, more than ever, it's crucial that the MLS is available as a reliable resource, a system really that facilitates efficient exchange of information, the cooperation between brokers, a system that, to me, provides equal access and opportunity for all. Everybody has that same opportunity to show property, get the same information at all times, and really a marketplace of transparency and accurate information. NAR collaborates with various market participants such as RESO, technology service providers, appraisers, government entities, regulators, and we're always looking for ways to ensure consumers and realtors continue to receive its benefits. So what is NAR doing? We're looking to support everything that we can do to facilitate or lead to ensure all MLSs are well positioned to meet member and consumer demand. And again, it all goes with realtors are consumers' best source of information. And we want to make sure through collaboration and cooperation with the nature of the MLS that consumers benefit from these efficiencies and the transparency in the marketplace, which also promotes fair housing. So there's a lot on our plate, but we welcome the challenge.
Definitely a lot there. And I really love the idea of making sure we're meeting the needs of the consumer, because I do believe that needs to be our North Star. And that we're going to do that as MLSs by really powering the professional, by powering the realtor to have the tools that they need to meet the needs of the consumer. So I love that idea. And I do really appreciate our partnership, and that came around. That happened in 2016. I was able to be a part of that, and I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate working with the NAR staff and your leadership. And I believe it's been a very positive and productive partnership, benefiting not only each of our members, but also the consumer, as we've been able to promote the transparent marketplace of the MLS and the efficient marketplace. So what do you see has been some of the successes over this past year? What would you maybe still like to see? And what opportunities do we have to just continue to build a better marketplace for the benefit of consumers?
Well, the first thing I would tell you as a practitioner, if you can invent more inventory for us to put through the system, I would be forever grateful, because every property seems to have 3, 4, 5, 10 offers on it. So if you can invent or create houses for us all to sell, we really would appreciate that. But thank you for all of your involvement. We appreciate everything that you've done and that CMLS has done to help us develop various policy proposals, the resources and the other information that that you've helped educate brokers and MLSs with us. So I really appreciate that. What I'd like to see more of is capitalize on the relationships we have in our respective memberships. There's some overlap. I mean, that just goes with this industry. But we get a better perspective, I think, when different groups are involved, and it helps create a better result. So for me, we're very pleased with the respective teams that you've got together, And I do appreciate the fact that we can meet regularly, even though now it's probably Zoom versus in person. But I do look forward to that continuing for many years.
Love it. And just for anyone watching, just part of our partnership has been CMLS does have appointees to a few different committees, the MLS Emerging Issues in Technology, the AEs Committee, and the Association Executive Institute. And so those have been a great addition. I believe they've made a good impact and really, as I call it, just purposeful opportunities to have coordinated discussions about where we can make these positive change, right? Where we can really benefit the consumer. So thank you for that. I'm looking forward to more of it. And I guess I'll close out with what would you like to see from the CMLS, our membership, and really, like, what is your specific ask of the MLS community? What would you really like to see from us?
You know, I'm real big on engagement. So continued engagement both with NAR, on the committees, focus on raising the bar of professionalism in the MLS industry. I know that you can't ensure that somebody's going to return a text or an answer to a question in 30 seconds, but we want to make sure that the MLSs have a voice in the policy-making process. You know, just as national MLS policies determined by its members with diverse business backgrounds and different models and sizes and levels of expertise, we must have the insight from all the MLSs of all sizes. You know, there are some that have 100 or 200 members or less, and there are some with, 30, 40, 50,000, 80,000 subscribers. So it'll be a task to implement everything that we do, but we need the input from everybody. And last, I would ask that CMLS and the MLS community work to broadly engage, if you will, not only with NAR, but with other industry stakeholders such as vendors, technology providers, and we have to focus on innovation and continue to grow MLSs. If I really want to date myself, there was not technology when I started in 1980. I kept an MLS book by hand. So progress certainly has taken place the past 40 years, and I'm excited to see what the next 40 years look like. So thank you for all you do.
Awesome. Well, Charlie, I describe that as how do we continue to foster innovation while still delivering that gold star standard of data for the MLS. And 100%, that's what we're looking to do at CMLS with our membership. We do appreciate the support and the partnership with NAR, and really appreciate you joining us today. And thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.